Yep, independence is the vibe. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram as well as YouTube at Independence is a Vibe, because you know that it
Yes,
is.
sir.
And so as always, y'all know we got some kind of topic, because we always got a topic, right?
Yeah.
And so today's topic is how we maintain our independence. And that sounds simple. But
Take some work.
yeah, because it's got multiple steps involved with it.
Yeah.
And even with some stuff, like for me, I have things that people have to help me with, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mainly my wife, but some things she have to help me with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some days things are good, and some days for me stuff is bad. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the weather with some stuff. It's a whole thing.
Likewise with me, man. Some places I can't go by myself. I might need some help because it's not really accessible,
Yeah.
So I might need help getting in somewhere or reaching something. So, yeah. I feel you on that.
Yeah. And that's the whole reason we cranked up the whole podcast and stuff all these years is trying to draw more attention to the issue of accessibility, man. Just it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. Because in my book, I'm like, everybody wants to be independent. Well, at least we all should strive to be independent, And sometimes that's easier said than done. Like in my position, driving is a big issue. And, we have a lot of options now as far as transportation. There's buses, there's Ubers, you know what I'm saying? Even in, like some places you may live, there might be like a train or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But for me in particular, because I don't drive, people have to move me around if I want to go somewhere, or if I want to be somewhere, or if I have to be somewhere. Sometimes I have to wait for my wife to get off from work in order for me to go somewhere. If I as far as stores, I order a lot of stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps me to maintain my independence.
Yeah, for me, I'm able to drive, but I use hand controllers to drive. So, without those hand controls, man, I don't know what I would do. We didn't have hand controls these days.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm glad for the technology we have these days.
I want a self-driving car. I want one so bad.
Oh, yeah, we do have autonomous cars now.
Yeah, I want one. I just want to try one out.
Yeah.
You would take a ride on one?
I think it's pretty cool, but I'll still be kind of
kind of iffy.
a little skeptical, It seems a little sketchy to me.
I'll take a chance with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nothing like freedom or just being able to go and come as you please.
Come as you please and just do what you
it's
want.
nothing like that, man.
Yeah.
Something else that helped me maintain my independence. I would say, and this might be something overlooked, but my smartphone.
Yeah.
My smartphone, being able to access information when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to call or text people when I need them. It just helps me to. It's almost like a lifeline these days. If that make any sense. Because think about it. If the cell phone technology had never gotten to the level it is, if you want to know something, you got to go to a library. How you gonna get to the library if you can't drive?
Yep, or newspapers.
Newspapers too. I haven't seen a newspaper in forever.
I know. I forgot how it look. But yeah, man, smartphones. You got the world at your fingertips. So you really ain't gotta go nowhere.
Right.
I need to know something. Just get your phone out and just look it up.
Have you ever did telehealth before?
Yeah.
That's a thing now. I've never done it.
Yeah. I like that. I can talk to my doctor on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't got.
So how do they? And this might be weird because I've never done telehealth, but like how they diagnose you? Because y'all not in the same room. So how they?
Well, a lot of times it's like you go in for like a procedure or whatever. Then the follow up is like a Zoom.
Oh, okay.
How you doing? Stuff like that.
Oh. Yeah. See, I've seen a lot of stuff about telehealth, but I've never done it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always curious about that. Like if I feel sick and I call my doctor, how they gonna know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know during COVID they were doing like telehealth too. Like you gotta describe how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll prescribe off of what you say.
Oh wow. So is that where it started, like with COVID and stuff?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Possibly, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And something else I think as far as me that helps me to maintain my independence, I would have to say like crutches. Because without them I couldn't walk far. So having them, I'm able to go like walk around the block if I want to get some sun and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause sometimes I'll do that. Like I'll go for a walk just to get out the house on a nice day. Stretch my legs. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay in shape. Cause y'all know if y'all been following the podcast, your boy's still trying to get them abs. I gotta get this fat out the way first though. Eating healthy is expensive, but it's hard though, man.
Oh man, especially in the South.
Woo.
Got all that good seafood.
I know we be cooking down here.
Yeah.
We be cooking, man.
Everywhere you go, it's like you see something, you like, oh man, I can't pass this up.
For real, it smell too good. I ain't supposed to eat this, but I'm about to smash it. But yeah, man, you gotta take care of yourself.
I'll start next week.
For real. I said that 2 weeks ago. Man, and that's the thing, man. Part of maintaining your independence is whatever you do to take care of yourself. Whether it's doctor visits or watching what you eat, getting the right amounts of sleep. Just all of that is part of your independence. I would also say money can help you stay independent. Because if you can't pay for your own place to live, you got to live with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody who has a disability has to have a nurse or a caretaker or something like that.
Yep.
Me and Travis been on our own for some years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm married, but she's not my nurse. She's my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say that money, because you got to have money to pay your bills. I pay a mortgage every month.
Yeah, money does give you independence,
Yeah.
Makes you comfortable.
For sure. You could say that one again, yeah. Because, you got to be able to pay for somewhere to live. You got to be able to pay for your food, So all of that helps with your independence. I would also say that another way, that just helps me to maintain my independence is asking a lot of questions. I be trying to learn all I can. Seriously, like learn everything, man. I'm still learning, how to improve my cooking. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, asking questions is, the key to, figuring things out. I say for me, for me to keep my independence is, my wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
That is my legs. So without that, I wouldn't be able to get around.
And see, I feel you on that. I might not be in a wheelchair, but without them crutches, I'd have took me some tumbles on the concrete and and see, the crutches also, like just like you were saying about the chair, it helps with safety. Mm-hmm. Because there's been times where like I've went to go pour the trash can to the road so they can dump it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pulling the trash can and my driveway got a big hill on it. And I have I don't know how, but it's like I don't know if like my muscle would just tighten up or something like that out the blue. And I've been pulling the trash can and my muscle would tighten up and I fall. Mm-hmm. And like I've hit, leg, knee, face all in the driveway. Because I left the crutches in the house. I should have brought them with me.
Yeah.
So part of independence is being safe. And the crutches help me to maintain my balance, which is a safety issue for me,
Yeah. I'll also say, like we were saying earlier, smart technology.
Oh, yeah.
I got this thing that I hook up to my chair now.
Mm-hmm.
That can, like, roll my chair for me. I ain't even got to roll no more.
And it is able to push you, like, up a hill and everything.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I ain't got to worry about, like, messing up my rotator cuffs.
Trying to push. Yeah.
So,
see? Safety.
Yeah. So, man, we have come a long way,
Oh, yeah.
This technology. I'm excited to see what's next.
And like we was talking about the money. With technology now, it is multiple ways to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I always think about. Because you don't want to just have one job. If that job goes down, then you're stuck. Trust me, I've been there. So you want your money to come However, now I ain't gonna say however you can get it. That sounds bad. But you want your money to come from different directions, from different areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Because if one source dry up, you still got 6 or 7 back there that's still pumping.
Yeah.
You know.
I've always been told, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Man. Somebody told me, they said, look, you gonna always have bills because ain't nothing guaranteed in life but death and taxes. And I laugh, but I mean, I was younger then. But thinking about that now, I mean, it make perfect sense.
Yeah, like how you talking about, man, we got residual bills, you gotta have residual income too.
Right.
Them bills don't stop, so,
They don't. They really don't.
Gotta figure out a way to make that money not to stop either.
Yep. And that's the thing, it's like, money is seed. Straight up, you're supposed to grow it, you know what I'm saying? Make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the independence, is you got to have the money to pay your bills.
Yeah.
I think another thing too, as far as like maintaining independence, you know what I'm saying? You might have to have a team that can help you with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not bad. I know people right now, they disabled but they live on their own, but then if it's something they can't get online, their family members might have to go to the store and get it for them. Yeah. And then drop it off to them. So
I feel like everybody that's successful has a team. They got people around them to, that's strong in things that they might be weak in.
Right.
So nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. It's all part of the maintaining that independence. And I know people is like, well, having somebody to help me don't feel like it's independence. But as long as you can live in your own space and be comfortable in your own space, that's independence. As long as you can, feed yourself and take care of yourself, that's independence.
Yep.
And that's it. I feel like everybody should strive to be independent. Regardless of if you're disabled or not, we should all want to be independent.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
We fought so hard to get to where we at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be thinking back to when we was fighting to get to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I was like, man, how's it gonna happen?
I had a lot of moments like that. I'm like, bro, how is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
I remember living with my parents, cause this house I'm living in is not the first house I tried to get. This is actually the third or fourth house I tried to get.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think I was 20, 21, 22, something like that. I tried to buy a house, and I had everything I needed. It's just the job I was on wasn't paying enough, so I didn't have enough income to supplement the bills attached with the house. And the guy who was the realtor at the time, he said, either get you a better paying job or get you a roommate or something, and y'all go half on the bills, and then you can get your house. Mm-hmm. And I was like, a roommate, man, I just want to be me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be me up in there. So that was the first house. I didn't have enough money. The second house, some people I knew was talking about moving, and they was like, we heard you was looking for a house, so would you be interested in getting our house? I'm like, sure. When did the paperwork and stuff? Same thing. And I had been on the same job just a couple of years, so it was a little bit longer. They was like, everything's good, the credit's good, the work history is great. You just don't make enough. You need to get your job to give you a raise. I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. So that's how I missed out on the second house and the third. It was the same one, same thing.
Man, it took me a while to find my place too, man. I was trying to find somewhere accessible.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call around. They'll tell me it's accessible. I go look at it. It wasn't accessible.
When they say it's accessible, so what? Because they got handicap parking, that's what they mean? Like it's.
For the most part, yeah.
But I don't live outside in my vehicle now. Like
it be handicap parking, but it don't ever have no ramps. Or if you go into the apartment, the doorway's not wide enough. Ain't no grab bars. It's like
so. Okay.
What sense is
this? When you say they got handicap parking, but there's no ramps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got parking where you could be close to the sidewalk, but without the ramp, you can't get up on the sidewalk.
Right.
But you would think like
that makes no sense. I know, right?
Yeah, you would think like that because they go together.
I've been to several apartment complexes where they got handicap parking, but there was no ramps.
So are they not? You figure they not factoring in people in wheelchairs or something like that? It's just
They not.
see, and
They
that's
just doing the bare minimum. You know, they gotta have like, I guess they gotta have like handicap parking because of ADA.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess a lot of stuff not really enforced.
And that's why we try to put the light on accessibility,
Yeah.
because it is such a big issue. It is, and like I keep saying, I think everybody wants their independence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe not everybody. Maybe some people is different, but for the majority of people, they want to be able to live on their own. And when you disabled, that's probably one of your biggest dreams.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, my parents used to always tell me, "What are you gonna do if something happened to us? If we leave the house one day and we don't come back home, and
Yeah.
now you got to figure out how you gonna feed yourself and how you gonna,
I can relate to that.
yeah, and that's why they was always pushing me to, you got to do better at this. You're doing good at that, but you got to keep it going. You got to do, hey, look, because they knew like one day something might happen and I might be living on my own, like, but because they instilled that in me, like I wanted to be on my own. It was never a time where I'm like, I think I'm gonna just stay with my parents. I'm like, nah, I love my parents, but I was ready to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just something within me that it wasn't bad to live with my parents, but there's nothing like having your own and being on your own.
Yeah, like having your own space, paying your own bills, just saying, being your own man, it makes you feel some kind of way, It's like a badge of honor,
Right.
Yeah.
And so we covered some things that just helped us, to maintain our independence. And like we said, just doing research, making sure you got your money straight, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't never be afraid to ask questions, because that's how you learn. And Travis could definitely tell you about like having to, like he said, having to go around different places and look for some place that was actually accessible for him.
Yeah, man, it took a lot. I was getting
Frustrated.
man. And I mean, it was just God telling me to be patient, because the place that I'm about to put you at is being built.
For you.
It's being built. It's supposed to be brand new. So I mean, just chill out.
I remember those conversations.
And it all worked out.
Yeah. Patience is a big part of independence too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes what you want ain't gonna happen right away.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get too impatient, you get moving too fast, you might mess up and miss what was supposed to be for you.
Yep.
That's how I felt trying to get a house all the time. I wanted to be on my own in my own house so bad.
Yeah.
But I wound up not getting my own house until I got married. But it's all good because I got my house.
It still worked out.
Yep. You got any other tips? Or?
Yeah, man, just keep going. And
that's
fight
a good,
the good fight.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's it.
Cause sometimes you want to give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know when you were looking for that apartment, you was.
I was frustrated. I was heated. I was like, man, y'all keep playing with me. I keep asking if it's accessible.
Right, like they was lying to you. You know what I'm saying?
Wasting time coming up here to see something I can't even utilize. What sense does this make? But I understand they don't want to get sued.
Yep.
Yeah. Even though they, never mind. But yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, y'all stay tuned for more content, and drop some comments and let us know how y'all stay independent.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week with another video.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And y'all don't forget to catch us on Instagram and on YouTube, because that's where we at. And
Independence is the vibe.
we out.
Peace.